So I got a really great question from a frequent listener to the podcast. Trisha asked, Sven, for a lot of women, one of the things we struggle with is how to know when we're ready to go back into the dating pool. Maybe we've been cheated on, or maybe, someone broke up with us and broke our hearts, or maybe we got ill and had to step out of the relationship. Whatever the circumstances, it becomes hard to take your own temperature and know when you're ready to start dating again. Sven, how do you know? To which I answer, why do you think it only affects women? It doesn't. It affects men too. But here's a simple way of knowing. First of all, pain. Do you still have pain in you regarding your past relationship? Do you still have ways that you hurt when you think about it? When you think about that relationship, do you cringe? Or do you still have longing, perhaps? You still miss your lover. That's a bad thing. You don't want to get into a relationship if you still have some longing for your ex. Why? Because you're engaged in deception, a fraud. I mean, think about it this way. Would you want to get involved with someone who still has a thing for their ex? Probably not, right? So you're engaged in a lie to the person that you might be dating. You're saying, yeah, I'm ready for dating, when in fact you aren't. You still have one foot in the past, right? So you got to clear that up. So it's pain. Pain can come in any form. Somebody broke your heart. You're still longing for them. Somebody who was mean to you. If you don't get those feelings out, you are dragging that baggage into your next relationship. So have you gotten all the pain out? Can you think about that past relationship and not have it bring up feelings of longing or cringe or embarrassment or anger or sadness? If you still have emotional charges attached to those memories of that relationship or a past relationship, you're not ready to move forward. And you just flush that out. And that's what I create these videos for. Start journaling, right? Start writing letters to your ex that you do not send. Don't send it. Or, use my book. There's a hole in my love cup. There are tools in there to help you move on. And the way we move on is by holding on tighter. And I talk about that in some other videos, and I talk about that in the book. So pain is the first thing. The second thing is fear. Do you have fears of being alone, of not having someone? If you still have fear about the idea of being alone or not having someone, you are going to tolerate all manner of crap in your next relationship. Because I just got to have someone. Oh, please don't leave. I'll give you everything. I'll do anything for you. I'll keep my mouth shut when you're hurting my feelings. Or I won't stand up for what I'm feeling in the moment. Or I won't say what my needs and wants are. If you're afraid of being alone, you're not going to stand up for yourself. And that leads to very, very bad relationships. So are you afraid of being alone? Are you afraid of not having someone? If so, then that's the second thing. First thing is pain. Second thing is fear. And with the pain is the longing. And woven into the fear is the notion of accountability. Have you grown enough? Are you strong enough that you can hold a person accountable for how they treat you? And very often the reason we don't hold someone accountable is because we're afraid of them leaving us. But very often the other reason we don't hold someone accountable is because we were conditioned to believe at a very young age that my needs don't matter, that my feelings don't matter. And so I'm not going to hold you accountable because you might say, oh, that's stupid, or you might undercut what I have to say, or you might minimize me, or you might walk away. All of those things would hurt so badly that I'm not going to hold you accountable. And if you're not holding someone else accountable for their feelings, but also for your own feelings and being responsive to you, then you are going to tolerate all manner of crap, and that relationship will degenerate very, very quickly. So how do you know if you're ready to start dating again? One, do you have pain, or have you flushed it all out and finally gotten all the pain and all the longing out of you, and all the anger and all the rage and all the sadness? Two, do you have fears of being alone or being without someone? And if so, you're not ready, okay? Because you're going to compromise yourself. And that leads into the third one. Are you prepared to hold someone accountable, or do you still fear standing up for yourself? If any of those three are present, you got some more work to do, and it doesn't have to take forever, but you got some work to do before you're ready for the next one. But once you do deal with those, you're going to be a completely different person walking into your next relationship. You're going to be much stronger, and you're going to have higher quality relationships. Does that make sense? And are you finally ready to do the heavy lifting? Have a kick-ass day.